Hello friends, welcome to our next unit of guitar. Today we're going to be working on the song Old Susanna. Now before we start, I do need to introduce two new notes. So we've worked with the high E string so far, the one furthest away from us looking at the guitar. We've worked with the B string, which is the next one, or the second string. And now we're going to move on to the third string, which is the G string. Now if we play the string by itself, that note that we get is G. And then if we place our middle finger on the second fret on the G string, we get the note A. So we're going to be using those two notes in addition to the other notes we've learned on the other two strings. So I'm going to play through the song first, and then I'm going to talk about a few important facts for this song. So here's Old Susanna. Now, first thing, if you look at the end of each of those lines, we end most of the phrases with a dotted half note, which remember is a half note, but it has a dot to the side. The dot ends up being half of the original note's value, so we hold a dotted half note for 3 full counts. So when you are performing, you need to make sure that you're holding the phrase out for the full amount of time. So that's the first thing. Second thing, this song looks really long. It's like 6 lines in total. But the great thing about it is that the same thing repeats almost exactly 5 different times. So if you notice, the only difference between line number 1 and line number 2 is the fact that instead of going AAG from the second line, it goes AGA in the first line. Right, so that's the only difference, and it kind of moves back and forth between those two different ways 4 different times, right? So, or maybe 5 different times between the 6 lines total. So check that. Always look for patterns when you're playing guitar or playing any instrument, because it helps our brains to not have to work so hard. Right? If we notice patterns, we can move quicker through things and learn things a lot faster. Now the last thing, also look at the beginning of this song. You'll note that there is one beat in that very first measure. Right? We call that a pickup measure. Now we learned that from the last unit with When the Saints Go Marching. Right? So we call that a pickup measure, or pickup notes, since there's only one there. Anytime we have a measure that's incomplete at the beginning, a pickup measure, we always make up for those beats at the very end. So if you look at the end, down close to the bottom, you should see that there's a dotted half note, right? That dotted half note makes up for the other 3 beats that were missing from the beginning. So make sure you're recognizing those things when you're performing today. Make sure to refer to this video if you need help, to look at fingerings, where your fingers should go for that kind of stuff. And as always, if you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great day.